Hey guys, it's Tim from Pro Wrestling Unlimited, and we're here again on a Monday night for our Monday Night Raw review, March 19th, 2018, talking Monday Night Raw, Ultimate DELETDOWN, Brock Lesnar brutalizing Roman Reigns, and more. Nick, what's going on? You're back. You're no longer on vacation.
I'm no longer on vacation. Hello, my guys. I'm feeling a little under the weather today, which sucks. It's like in the last, I don't know, 20 or so, maybe the last 2 hours. I've been just feeling super sick, which sucks. But another Monday, another show. Glad to be here. Tim, how's your St. Patty's Day weekend?
I watched NASCAR all weekend. I guess there's nothing new there.
That's true. That's nothing new. But I'm glad it was good.
Did you see the picture of my decorated living room wall?
I did. You seem pretty proud of it.
34 NASCAR hats up on the wall. Yes, sir.
Nice, nice. And we got Alex Rodriguez. It is his birthday today, so happy birthday, my guy. Oh, gosh. So let's get right into it, yeah?
Yeah, so the show opens up. Give me 1 second. Actually, I just need to say something.
So I'll say hi to chat. Get well soon, Nick, says to Avion Epps. Thank you, my guy. Ultimate Deletion was cool. What the hell was that compound match? You'll fade away and classify yourselves as obsolete. More like I'll fade away and class myself as super sick. So that's happening.
All right, so Monday Night Raw starts out. Kurt Angle comes out and said that Roman Reigns was still suspended, and if he showed up tonight, he would be considered, quote-unquote, trespassing. Reigns was there anyways. Reigns came down to the ring, said that he wanted Brock face-to-face. He didn't care that he was suspended. He was going to be there either way because no one tells him what to do, basically. And so Kurt calls out for the quote-unquote U.S. Marshals. And
Which I absolutely love the fact that I love that they called in fucking marshals.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
They basically tried to do the whole Austin 1998 thing.
Oh, yeah.
Where
it was such an Austin move. You texted me Roman's getting arrested, and I immediately thought that is the most Attitude Era thing they could have done for Roman.
Yeah. Well, basically this segment, which you kind of alluded to, had two Attitude Era kind of feels to it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So U.S. Marshals come down, and it's just like, that one episode of Raw back in 98 when Austin wasn't supposed to be there, so they called for the police, and they escorted him out, and the WCW copied it with Goldberg anyways. This time, though, they couldn't escort Roman Reigns out because Brock Lesnar came down and scared away the U.S. Marshals, basically.
Yeah, who needs a military? Who needs the Army? Who needs the Navy?
Who needs guys out
the
here
Air Force?
In their freaking shield flak jackets?
Who needs any of those guys? Just get an angry Brock Lesnar, and that solves everything.
All right. Lesnar came out. Reigns was still handcuffed the whole time.
Good.
Reigns grabbed a chair, thought, hey, I don't got hands that I can really use, but I can use a chair, and it didn't work. As soon as Brock ran in there, he German suplexed him. Chair went flying across the ring. So Lesnar picked up the chair and just started beating Roman with it.
Which was just, for those of you that know what this is, it was an absolute, maybe it was an homage, maybe it wasn't, maybe it was just like a callback to when The Rock beat the living piss out of Mankind, when Mankind had his arms tied, or was it tied or handcuffed?
Handcuffed.
Were they handcuffed?
Handcuffed.
All right, so when Mankind had his hands handcuffed behind his back, and The Rock beat him with the chair, and that's exactly what that was.
Yeah. Royal Rumble with his kids sitting in the front row thinking their daddy was being murdered.
That's rough, dude.
I mean, have you ever seen Beyond the Mat? You'll see it right there.
God. But yeah, it was an interesting first segment. After that, Roman
There's more to it.
I want to go on, but I guess you can.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Go. Oh, you want me to go? Okay. So he's beating down Roman, and he's giving him chair shots after chair shots, and then Brock looks like he's gonna leave, and then he says, "Never mind." He goes back in the ring, beats him down a little more chair shots, beats, punches, and bunches. Goes to leave. No, I'm not done with him yet. Runs back in the ring, hits him with some more chair shots. Goes to leave. This time he's like, I'm not done with him. I'm gonna pull my shirt off and hit him with an F5.
Which I thought was hilarious. He needs to remove his shirt in order to do the F5.
So Brock basically leaves the ringside area, goes to the back with Heyman, and it's funny because like the first time before he got out and left, Heyman's yelling like, Brock, he's handcuffed. Don't worry, he's handcuffed.
It's like, yeah, dude, relax. He's not going to come back and fight you. He's in handcuffs.
So EMTs come down and everything, and they're loading Roman up on the stretcher, and they strapped him in there as tight as they could, and they get him on the stretcher. As they're about to push him up the ramp, Brock's music hits, and Brock just runs down like a freaking bull coming at that matador with the red cape, and he just steamrolled.
He gave the weakest push I have ever seen in my life.
No. Well,
my grandmother is pushed harder, and she's
If you would have let me finish, I was going to say he steamrolled down the ramp, but by the time he got to Roman, he just tipped him over.
Yeah, he tips him over. What I would have loved is he tried to like rip the thing off of him, which I thought was funny. It would have been really funny if he like rolled the entire stretcher back into the ring and then F5'd him while on the stretcher, kind of like a Big Show smash Rey Mysterio into the ring post that day.
I mean,
when he was on the stretcher.
Basically all he did was he knocked over the stretcher and everything, and then he just pulled it a little bit and kind of like drug Roman while he was still strapped to it. And now I'm going to show a picture on the screen. If you guys don't want to see something, this is Roman's hand and wrist after all this. Kind of a little messed up, so I'm going to say right now it does look a little bad. This image does come from Wrestling News World.
Oh, I'm glad to see Nicholas Bronson is here. I feel like he's like off and on in the chat, so I'm glad you're here, dude.
So,
for those that don't know who Nicholas is, he does our recaps on the website.
A lot more. He's also been posting up. I appreciate it. He's been posting up live event results as well and previews for Raw and SmackDown.
Atta boy.
But anyways, this is Roman's hand and wrist after the beatdown from Brock.
That looks rough. That looks rough.
If I do say so myself. Like,
oh god,
yikes.
It just looks like swollen and oh my god, that looks awful. It's hard looking at. Poor guy.
Yeah. So,
and I took it like when they told him. I feel like when they told him, "Hey, you're gonna get roughed up here," he said, "Okay, let's do it."
Right.
So I can appreciate that.
I don't feel pain.
Big dog, no pain.
All right. So yeah, that happened, and then we went to commercial. You see, well, right before commercial, we finally saw them. No. After the commercial, we saw them loading Roman up into the ambulance, and I'm like, uh-oh. Is Brock going to come try to tip over the ambulance? But he didn't.
That's a shame.
So then Alexa Bliss and Mickie James came out to the ring. They announced, I don't know why, because it didn't even play into the finish, but they were like, Asuka, Alexa Bliss, a submission match. And it didn't even play into the finish being a submission match, so it really didn't even matter. Anyways, so Mickie and Alexa come down, and Alexa did a promo where she was like, I did some hurtful things last week. I was wrong. I shouldn't have said what I said.
Oh, can I just say how much I love this promo? She's so good on the microphone. She's so good on the microphone.
Yeah. Because she was just like...
She's incredible.
She was like, that's my best friend, and I'm so sorry. And then all of a sudden she was like, but I'm really not. It was girl talk, and I don't care if everybody heard it anyways. Oh, well. And the crowd booed her, which they want. They want her to be the big heel and Nia the babyface.
Good, and she's doing a great job of being a heel.
Yeah, she said that... Whoa.
What?
Nothing. My headphones kind of glitched there, and it got super loud in my ear.
That's no fun.
Nope. Anyway, she said that she felt no remorse, said that the word sorry doesn't even fit into her vocabulary. She said Nia was a humiliation and that Nia wasn't her best friend. It was just somebody she used for her benefit and gain. Bliss said that she never liked Nia. She said Nia may say that she loves me, but I can't say the same back in sincerity, basically. She said that how can someone that looks like me be friends with someone that looks like her?
Oof.
Bliss then said that she felt so much better because she felt like she's dropped 300 pounds of pathetic loser off of her shoulders. She said that she doesn't have Nia dragging her down anymore. She can finally end Asuka's winning streak. And she had major heat on her from that live crowd in Dallas.
I wouldn't fucking doubt it because that's a rough thing to say.
Yeah, 300 pounds of pathetic loser off of her shoulders. Yikes.
God damn, they went all out there, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Like, they've gone Oh, Lord. So we got Asuka versus Alexa Bliss. Basically, Asuka was in control most of the match. At one point, Asuka went to the second rope, and Mickey jumped on the apron for the distraction. This gave Bliss a little bit of an advantage. Eventually, Asuka hit a running hip attack and put on an ankle lock, which popped the crowd. Asuka kept dragging Bliss to the middle of the ring before Bliss finally got to the ropes. Bliss sold her right ankle and walked out of the match for a countout. And then all of a sudden, Nia's music hits. She comes probably faster than Brock was running down the ramp, steamrolled Mickey James. And it was funny because, like, Mickey and Alexa were trying to walk out, and, like, Alexa saw Nia coming, so she just ran, and she, like, threw the women's title up, and Mickey was, like, caught it and was like, what do I do? Where do I go? And all of a sudden, she was just down by Nia. It was funny as hell.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah. As it was like, Mickey, you're here as my backup, but I got to run here. Go, bye.
Got a blast.
So Alexa tried to slide up into the ring. Nia grabbed her, but she fought her off for a second. Eventually, Nia did get to her. Jax threw Mickey into one of the LED boards on the apron.
I hate that spot.
Yeah, after a commercial. And I guess, Bliss did get away. Tried to escape through the crowd. Nia grabbed her by the hair, and Mickey kind of stopped Nia for the time being, just enough for Alexa to run off. So after the commercial, we see Kurt Angle on the phone in his office, and Alexa walks up and goes, "Did you see what happened? Did you see that? Nia needs to be suspended. No, better yet, she needs to be arrested."
Oh my
And
God.
Kurt goes, "You know what? I've had enough arrests that didn't work tonight, and I'm tired of being told what to do."
You know what? I've really tried to, but nothing's working out here, guys.
He's like, and I'm really tired of being told what to do. He's like, I saw what Nia did. He said, but I also heard what you said last week. He said that his daughters and millions of other little girls watch this show, and he said that the women's champion should be more of a role model to little girls and not just a bully. He said that at WrestleMania, Nia Jax will get her revenge against Alexa Bliss with the Raw Women's Championship on the line, making the match official. And as of right now, the betting odds do have Nia coming out victorious.
I wouldn't be mad at all if Nia came out victorious. I think it's time for that. While it is time for that title to change hands, I think Nia is going to be a fun champion. I love Bliss's champion. Her heel run is fantastic. Their feud is going to the build up so far has been decently good. There's a clear story in it, which is always good when there's something clear going on. It's not confusing. You don't have to ask yourself what's happening. What's the motivation for Nia to turn on her best friend? It's there. It's obvious. I think Nia's been working her hardest to improve in the ring lately, and I think Alexa Bliss has just naturally been someone who's been willing and motivated. She's great on the mic. I think it's going to be extremely fun to watch these two girls wrestle.
I just I like it and don't like it at the same time. I like it because it's doing good, but at the same time it's like the body shaming thing. Nia's really fought against that a lot on social media. So for her to agree to do all this is big on her.
Yeah, no,
pun
definitely.
intended.
It's a sign that she, it's a sign that she has a lot of care for not only the business, and she knows what's going to be good for business, but she knows also what might help people. So that's why.
Right, and it could be a fact of, yes, I fought against the body shaming thing, but at the same time, I'm not ashamed of myself so much as I'm not afraid to, use it for storyline and stuff. So it's showing other women or even bigger guys, hey, embrace what you are and how you look and use it for your advantage for your career.
There you go. So let's go ahead and move on to that next segment.
Let's see. Strowman comes out. Michael Cole says that Braun Strowman has been officially given the Raw Tag Team title match at WrestleMania, but Kurt Angle says that he must find a partner.
I need a partner.
So Braun's out there in the middle of the ring, and he's got like his arms stretched out. He's got one hand empty, one hand with a microphone in it, and the crowd's chanting, "Get these hands." So he just sits there and he's just squeezing his hand, open and close, as the crowd just goes, "Get these hands," and he's just trying not to laugh. It's so great.
No, you know what he should have said when he went out there?
Huh?
You know what, Angle? I got my tag partner. It's these hands. And then the crowd would fucking pop.
Well, I thought he was going to say that later on in the promo because so he goes, He said, I won the tag team battle royal by myself last week. I've carved my path of destruction. I'm getting a match at WrestleMania, but I need to find a tag team partner. He basically said he did have a partner, but before he can say who it was, Sheamus and Cesaro come out. Sheamus said that Strowman was out of his mind if he thinks that he can beat the Bar by himself. They've beat every other tag team. They're the greatest tag team in history. Sheamus goes, Cesaro says, becoming a great tag team doesn't happen overnight. You have to travel together, be on the road together. You have to eat together. You have to sleep together. And the crowd The crowd kind of laughed, and Sheamus goes, No, he means share a room and hotel room together. It was great. They played that perfectly.
Yeah, they did. I thought that was really funny.
Let's see. Sheamus then said, I don't care who your tag team partner is, whether it's Black Panther, Captain America, or Jerry Jones. You don't stand a chance against us. And I was like,
what the fuck is Jerry Jones?
Jerry Jones, the owner of the frickin' Cowboys.
Oh.
That was like Black Panther, Captain America, superheroes, and you got the old man Jerry Jones.
Gotcha.
Like, really?
Gotcha.
Strowman told them to shut up before they were able to say we are the Bar. We don't set the bar catchphrase. Sheamus said that they've beaten every tag team. Strowman said Strowman and his partner will be no different. Strowman said he had a partner at WrestleMania, and Angle said that he gets to choose one of them to face tonight. Sheamus acted like he was about to get into the ring, but he faked like he messed up his knee getting on the apron. So Cesaro, they were both trying to like slowly get into the ring, and when Cesaro didn't look, Sheamus kind of like tweaked his knee, faking it, and so Cesaro slid into the ring. He's like, "Oh, well, fella, you got to take it now. You versus Braun."
Well, fella, it's all you.
Right. About an 8.5 minute match. Early on, Cesaro sidestepped Strowman and tried to run for it, but Strowman took a bump over the top rope. Strowman threw Cesaro against the dasher boards twice, but Strowman missed a charge into the corner. You know that spot where you run really fast and run into the post. Braun and Nia love that spot.
It's a fun spot if done correctly.
Yeah, Cesaro tried for the neutralizer, but Strowman just picked him up and tossed him over the top rope. Coachman compared Cesaro trying to beat down Strowman like UMBC beating Virginia over the weekend in the March Madness.
Topical.
Yep. And
topical.
if someone's gonna make a line as far as like current events in sports, Coachman's the one to do it.
It's the guy whose literal name is Coach.
Well, he also worked for ESPN.
It's the guy whose literal name is Coachman.
Right.
It's like, what do you think he does?
Cesaro tried to do a spring off the ropes with an uppercut, but Strowman caught him with a right hand. Strowman went for a power slam, but Sheamus jumped up on the apron for a distraction. Cesaro plowed over Sheamus on the floor. Braun plowed over Sheamus on the floor. Back in the ring.
You're an idiot.
I am an idiot. In the ring, Strowman got back in and caught Cesaro trying to hit a crossbody block. Hit him with a power slam and pinned him. Like I said, about an 8-minute match. It was whatever match. It was Braun trying to show that he was dominant, even with both men trying to thwart his attempt. He walked off.
I mean, easy match, done well.
Yeah, he walked off. I mean, it wasn't bad. Like, no, Cesaro's great. Strowman gets better every time he's in the ring. He's got his moves where he knows don't vie out of my lane. Don't swerve out my lane. There you go.
He's doing great. I appreciate him.
He walks off, and we don't find out who his partner is. So I think next week he faces Sheamus, and we still don't find out who his partner is till either the week before Mania or right at WrestleMania is what I'm thinking.
I am perfectly fine with finding out at Mania.
Because if he took on Cesaro tonight, I feel like he's got to have to take on Sheamus next week.
I'm absolutely okay with finding out at Mania because that'll be a huge pop for whoever it is, and that'll get them even more over.
Right. So, well, if done correctly.
It's true.
Because if it's Elias...
it has to be Elias.
Well, if it's Elias and he just is in the middle of the ring and strums that guitar, he'll get a good pop there. But will we know he's out there to be Braun's partner at that moment or just to sing a song? That's the thing. That's why I said if it's done correctly.
I can set it up for you right now.
All right, go for it.
Right before the tag team match, Elias is out there. He's singing his song.
Now, wait.
Oh.
Wait, do we get a video package telling us that the tag team match is next?
No.
Okay, that's what I needed to know. Okay, go.
No, because you don't need a video package to set this up.
Right.
So what happens? What happens is he's singing a song, and then the bar come out, and the bar go blah blah blah. You know, your song's great. Get out of our ring, Strowman. Get out here. Bring whoever your partner is. Elias talks back. You know, hey, don't ruin my song. They have a stare down, and they get on either side of the ring. So they get on the front apron. They get on the apron that's behind Elias.
Okay.
All of a sudden, you hear Braun. Braun walks to the ring. He has a microphone in his hand. Says, "My partner's Elias." Drops the mic. Match starts.
Okay.
I think that's fine. I think it's easy. I think it's going to get a fun pop, and I think it's fine. I like it.
All right. So we get So they wanted us to think that Ultimate Deletion was live because we kept getting these earlier today from the Hardy compound little snippets. The first one we got had Queen Rebecca playing the piano, King Maxwell, Lord Wolfgang, and Vanguard 1 was sitting on the piano, and then Matt told Senior Benjamin to prepare the battlefield for annihilation.
Fucking Lord fucking Wolfgang.
Lord Wolfgang.
Oh, wait. Before we continue, I do want to ask chat. Name one person that you would love to see tag with Elias. Tim, who's yours?
With
I'm serious.
Elias?
Tag with Strowman. Tag with Strowman. Tim, who is yours?
Big Show.
Mine is
Because then you
Elias.
can call them the world's largest tag team.
That's stupid.
Big Cass.
It's gonna be.
I mean, there's a good chance it's Elias.
Now, here's the
but
thing.
I don't know.
How would you get to Big Cass as a partner?
Yeah, I don't know.
Exactly.
I mean,
It would just be rough.
To be honest, if they announce it at Mania, it literally could just be anybody. Like if they're just gonna announce his partner coming out at Mania, there's no build. So it could literally be anybody. I mean, fuck. For all we know, it could be Samoa Joe. He was backstage at Raw tonight, but wasn't used.
Bump, 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 bump. It'd be fun. Anyway, next segment.
All right, so we had the Revival taking on Titus Worldwide, about a 3 to 4 minute match. Neither team got a ring entrance. They just were out there. Match had no heat to it. Apollo got a hot tag and hit a standing moonsault on Scott Dawson. Dash Wilder grabbed Titus O'Neil and rammed him back first into the apron while waiting for a tag. Wilder then made a blind tag on. They did the Shadow Machine on Apollo. 1, 2, 3. Revival wins. Revival then cuts a promo afterwards with Charlie Caruso, who says, you know, they're like, we're the best tag team here. Braun Strowman lucked into his opportunity at WrestleMania. We should be fighting for the tag titles. And at WrestleMania, we're going to be the first tag team to win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. So apparently, if it comes down to the two of them, they're either not going to finish or they're just going to both jump over the top rope and eliminate at the same time.
I'm surprised that I'm surprised that there's no tag team battle royal or something like that. Like
Maybe
the
next year
winners
they gotta slowly incorporate it. You know, they got the
Yeah,
women's
that's
this
true.
year, so maybe next year the tag.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. No, they won't do a tag team one because you want to have as many men in that Andre Battle Royal as possible, just to make it seem like a big deal.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true.
All right, so then got the announcement that Mark Henry is the newest inductee into the WWE Hall of Fame. It was kind of ruined over the weekend when the WrestleMania magazine came out, though.
Yeah, which kind of sucks, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
I mean, we had heard rumblings of this possibly happening about 2-3 months ago, but it was like, we don't even know because he hadn't said he was retired. So I just thought, I'm hearing it, but I don't know if I believed it at the time.
And just for that, I'm gonna give him his own special video because I think he deserved it.
Mark Henry?
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a video. I have something to say about him.
Sexual chocolate?
Yeah, it's my favorite kind of
So,
chocolate. Dude.
according to old Godfather in the video package, apparently Mark Henry was called Sexual Chocolate before he was Sexual Chocolate, and that's where it all kind of came from. It was a nickname he already had.
Oh my God, that makes me so fucking happy.
Yeah, because they were talking about how, Mark Henry's not just good in the ring and very strong, but he's got good comedic timing, and he showed that with the Sexual Chocolate stuff. And then they said that he hit the pinnacle when he defeated Randy Orton at, Night of Champions for the World Heavyweight Championship. And old Xavier Woods says that that's the greatest thing he's seen happen in the last 10 years. He's like, that's probably the biggest thing I've seen happen in the last 10 years. I was like, really?
I love it.
Really?
Love it.
Bigger than Seth cashing in at Mania?
Yes.
Anyways, They then showed Arnold Schwarzenegger inducting him into the International Sports Hall of Fame. The crowd popped pretty big for him. I mean, they were in Texas. He is a Texas boy. And it was funny. They had a line where they go, Mark Henry, hailing from Silsbee, Texas, one of the smallest cities in Texas, became the world's largest, or no, they said, from the smallest city in Texas, becoming the world's strongest man, or something like that. It was a good line.
He was just so. My favorite thing was just how good his fake retirement speech was.
Oh, he better wear that suit.
Rejuvenated.
He better wear that suit at the Hall of Fame.
Oh, fucking please!
That freaking salmon suit.
And I'll go more into detail in its own video here pretty soon. I'm gonna record it tomorrow since I don't have work. God, that just rejuvenated his career, kind of like Woken King Slender said. And there's a little hint on what the title of the video is going to be. From the Hall of Pain to the Hall of Fame.
Big Dog says that the hand should induct him. His son? The hand?
Oh, fuck, please.
Oh, Lord. All right. Moving on here. We had an announcement saying that it was going to be Bayley and Sasha Banks taking on Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. Bayley made her ring entrance. Whatever. Okay, cool. Sasha then comes out. Doesn't do her normal thing because she was just like, Bayley, why did you leave me last week and this and that? And why are you seemingly against me now and blah, blah, blah. And so Bayley gets on the mic. She goes, it's all because of what you did at Elimination Chamber. The way you did it. When you pushed me off of that pod, we were supposed to be friends. But in that moment, I knew that you only thought about yourself. And I'm sitting here like, well, yeah, because only one of your asses could win the women's championship. And she wanted it to be her, dummy.
Can I say something?
You can say whatever.
Oh, cool.
You always ask, like you've got to get permission.
I do. I need permission to say a lot of the things that I want to say after them. I feel like with Bayley's promos, especially ones that are supposed to be fiery and almost a little heelish, kind of like this one, it's hard to take her seriously because she has that such a upbeat, happy-go-lucky character that the sadder stuff and the more dramatic and important stuff doesn't feel as big. It just feels like you were mean to me rather than like you. What it was supposed to feel like was you fucked me over. I'm pissed at you. I'm gonna beat your ass. But it felt like you were mean to me. That's not nice. It's like I just kind of they really fucked up Bayley.
I get what you're saying, but the promo she did cut tonight wasn't bad. Like,
no, it wasn't bad at all. But it's just like I think she just needs to. She needs to keep having that fire that I know that she has that you've seen in NXT. And I think creative has to let her use that.
So, they were going back and forth for a minute. Crowd really wasn't into this. Banks said Bayley wasn't trying to win anything when she refused to tag her on Raw the following night, nor was Bayley trying to win when she didn't come to her aid last week. And then they got the what treatment before, before basically they were just like, we're at odds. I don't know if they basically almost said, I don't know if we can be friends anymore. And then Absolution came out. Paige told them to stop whining, and her two girls would show them how women settle the score. So
I heard this match went way too long. I did not get a chance to watch this match.
It's like 10 minutes long.
Yeah, I heard it went way too long.
Way too long. This could have been like 7 minutes max, if that. 5 to 7 minutes I thought it could have gone. But no, it was like almost a 10-minute match. And so, let's see. I think it was Sasha and Sonya Deville started off the match. Banks fought out of the corner at one point. Went for a tag, but Bayley didn't reach for the tag. Sonya Deville then knocked Banks into the corner, and Bayley slapped Banks on the back to tag herself in. Bayley really didn't play up to the crowd during her comeback, though, like she normally does. Bayley hit an elbow off the second rope, but Mandy Rose made the save. Let's see. Meanwhile, Banks finally tagged in, put the fist to Mandy Rose. Bayley then went for a backslide on Sonya Deville, but the referee was busy with Banks and Mandy Rose. Bayley and Banks then argued as Sonya Deville jumped Bayley from behind. Bayley knocked into Sasha, which led to Sonya Deville pinning Bayley after a kick to the head. And so, yeah, the two are at odds again.
Oh, fucking boy. Oh,
And for
boy.
everybody asking, I don't think the match is going to take place at WrestleMania because they need as many top-notch, top-name women in that Battle Royal.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think the match is going to take place at WrestleMania. Maybe it takes place, what's the pay-per-view after? Backlash, I think it is.
No, the pay-per-view after is after Mania. Isn't that
Well, I know they've shuffled things around since they're no longer...
Battleground?
I'll tell you right now.
Yeah.
WWE pay-per-view schedule 2018.
Sasha Banks is hella good. No appreciation. I'd like to see Becky put in place of the Bailey role. I think that would be interesting.
It is Backlash on May 6th from Newark, New Jersey.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they cut out Battleground this year.
That's fine, I guess.
Yeah. So, where were we? Yeah, so basically they're at odds again, and I don't know what's going to happen with this. A lot of people think Bailey's going to be the one to turn heel because Sasha's the one trying to be sympathetic and be like, hey, let's try to get on the same page, I guess, is what it's seeming like. Like, Sasha's trying to be the one that's like, let's work it out, and Bailey's just kind of like, I'm tired of it. You've always tried to put yourself first. So maybe Bailey is the one that turns.
I don't know. I don't know, man. It's just that kind of thing's all over the place. I just think once we get a clear direction, I think I'll be more okay with it.
All right, so John Cena comes out. And yet again, like last week, he yelled at the camera, seemingly yelling at The Undertaker. He said he challenged The Undertaker last week and he wanted a decision, yes or no. Tonight they would find out the response. Cena said he finds it amazing that The Undertaker has been in hiding because he's embarrassed. Crowd lightly booed. Cena agreed that he can't believe that The Undertaker feels that he no longer belongs in the WWE. Cena said that it was absolutely ridiculous because as long as there is a WWE, the name The Undertaker has big meaning. He asked the crowd about The Undertaker, and everyone chanted. He asked the crowd if that's true about The Undertaker, and everyone chanted yes. Cena pointed out a fan in the crowd. He said, look, that guy right there, he's dressed as The Undertaker.
No, that was The Undertaker, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was.
Gotcha. Cena said that The Undertaker's response to challenge him was nothing. Silence. Not a yes, not a no, simply nothing. And that was the biggest mistake The Undertaker has ever made. Cena said that he doesn't mind going to WrestleMania as a fan. He'll chill in the stands, will be with the fans in the crowd. But for The Undertaker to not get off of his ass and give him a yes or a no is a damn sign of disrespect to him and the fans. Cena said that it was disrespectful to an oversized mortician that Undertaker turned into a god. Cena couldn't believe, after all these years, he couldn't find it within himself to simply say yes or no. Cena said that The Undertaker is retired, that must mean that it is a no, that everyone should understand this. But if Undertaker isn't retired, that you should give me an answer. So he then goes on to say The Undertaker is just sitting there with his own insecurities. Cena said that Undertaker is no longer the god that the fans made him out to be. He is now just a man that is alone and by himself, and a man that is now a coward. Cena then repeats, Undertaker is a coward. Cena pleaded for The Undertaker to prove him wrong. He said, roll out here in a casket. Send down a bolt of lightning. Do something. And so the crowd starts chanting, do something, do something, do something, do something.
Kane!
Then there was a moment of silence. Cena said that Undertaker was going to let them all down. Cena said that Undertaker isn't a god. He pretty much reiterated what he just said. He said, he's barely even a man. And that's when Kane came out.
Kane!
Cena thought Kane was out there to give an answer. He said, is this a yes or a no? Kane grabbed him, chokeslammed him, and walked off. Kane wondered if that meant that Kane would enter in his name to challenge John Cena at WrestleMania instead of The Undertaker. And then we learned later on in the night that it would be Kane versus John Cena next week on Monday Night Raw.
Oh, boy. What a match that's going to be.
We then got
I'm so excited.
We got another earlier today from the Hardy compound. Matt Hardy had his giraffe, George Washington, asking him for some advice. and he fed him a carrot. That's
Good.
basically it.
Good.
Then had The Miz, Bo Dallas, Curtis Axel come out. Why is my computer going wonky?
It's a good question.
I don't know.
You better ask it.
I went to scroll down and it scrolled up twice.
Oof.
Oof. Anyways. Miz, Bo Dallas, Curtis Axel come out. Miz has got the WrestleMania magazine in his hand. And he goes, why am I not in the magazine? That's disrespectful. I'm the longest, I'm the best Intercontinental Champion of all time. No respect. He said last week, Miz said that he exposed Finn Balor and Seth Rollins as liars, saying that, they thought they were going to be mutual in wanting to defeat the Miz, and they just wanted to fight each other. Miz said that Balor and Rollins resent each other. He said that at WrestleMania, that little nudge that he gave them last week to fight each other, when big pushes for Tyler Black and Prince Devitt, he actually used those names.
No, I thought he said Prince Nevitt. He botched the name.
Well, yeah, I think he botched it, but that's what he was supposed to say.
Right.
He was just like, that little nudge will turn big pushes in when Tyler Black and Prince Devitt or Nevitt sends them down back to the bingo halls where they can too sweet all their indie fans.
I fucking love it.
Then it was... Wait, what? Okay, anyway, so then it was supposed to be, they came out there because it was going to be a 6-man tag team match. Finn Balor, Carl Anderson, and Luke Gallows taking on The Miz and The Miztourage. About a 10-minute match. Right before the match started, Seth Rollins came out and sat on commentary. So Carl Anderson started off the match with Curtis Axel. Got a hot tag with a flying neckbreaker followed by a crossbody off the top rope. Miz tagged in and gave Anderson a DDT. Balor tagged in and did a somersault tope onto Axel and Dallas. Balor was set to hit the coup de grace on Dallas, but Axel crotched Balor. Miz went for the Skull Crusher finale, but Balor reversed it into a cradle. Axel jumped on the apron, but Balor met him with a right hand. Miz used an O'Connor roll for a 2 count. Balor kicked Miz into Axel and pinned Miz with a schoolboy cradle. That's like, what, the third victory Balor's had with a schoolboy or a cradle type finish in a row?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I like it.
Okay, now I have a question. We kind of talked about this earlier today. What is the OG Balor Club? Like, what's it supposed to... Is it just...
Oh my god. I had to fucking... Okay, chat. I had to fucking explain to Tim what OG means.
No. I know what OG means. I mean...
No,
like,
you didn't.
Why put that on the shirt instead of just Balor Club? Like, I don't get what the shirt's supposed to represent.
Because it's a fucking ripoff of the OG Bullet Club. Because they're the OG Bullet Club, and Balor Club starts with a B like bullet, and Club starts with a C like club. So it's OGBC. They're the original Bullet Club. They're also the original Balor Club. Just to let the record be known before we go on, today at 2:50 p.m. OG Beast shirts out. He goes, OG question mark. Assuming it means original Balor Club. He says, you would be wrong. I go, what do you think OG? I go, what do you no, shut up. I go, what do you think OG means? And he goes, no clue.
No, because I thought it was supposed to stand for something else maybe on the t-shirt. That's what I was trying to get at. Because you were like, original Balor Club. Because I hadn't seen the shirt yet. So I assumed maybe it was supposed to be like original Balor Club logo or something, not like some new logo. I don't know. I hadn't seen the shirt. That's why I said OG question mark. That's why. I thought it was supposed to be like some like a ripoff of like the original Bullet Club logo or like just the first Balor Club logo or something. That's why I said that, you douchebag.
OG members.
Anyways, we got a video package with Rhonda.
Oh, it's interesting.
She was backstage.
Hey,
go.
Speaking of Rhonda, WWE just posted Twitter. Exclusive. In a moment you didn't see on Raw, rowdy Ronda Rousey was interrupted by Dana Brooke.
Gotcha.
So they posted a video of what happened at the
I was about
show.
I was about to talk about that because I saw a fan video of it, but I didn't see the WWE posted about it. Oh Lord, don't look at the chat, Nick. You're gonna be mad. Anyways,
it's not that funny.
Yeah, no. Anyways, so they played a video package. It was shot early, like mid last week. Rhonda and Kurt were in Stanford training. I guess you could say they were training, but really They made it seem like they were training on Instagram, but really they were just filming this segment. So Ronda, you can't really say that because some were like, they said Ronda was going to appear live on Raw. No, they said she would be on Raw. Whether that was, they never, well, you can take it both ways because she did appear in front of the live crowd. She did appear on a taped segment. So you can take it both ways. But people were bitching on Twitter. Ronda should have been there live. Well, she was, just not for us on TV.
Exactly.
Anyways, so there's a video package. She discussed winning an Olympic medal in judo, and her reward was living out of a car. She said that after she lost her final fight, she wondered why God hated her. Even after the scripted line about dealing with bullying bosses, the company was able to get UFC footage. Rousey put over her husband, and saying he was the only one who was able to take her away from MMA, the MMA world, and send her on a trip to the WWE. She then said something about, what was it, the line about women, powerful women or something?
They said people shouldn't be afraid of powerful women.
That's
women with
right.
confidence. They shouldn't be afraid of them.
And then she started crying. It was done well.
It was a meaningful promo.
It showed
showed the goal.
It showed the side of Ronda's just not this girl that's got that look where she stares at you through her eyebrows, mean-like. No, she's a normal person as well with emotions and feelings. So,
Exactly.
I mean, I think it served its purpose. I don't know.
No, the live crowd did not get to watch Ultimate Deletion.
Yes, that's what I was getting at. So next up we had Ultimate Deletion, and the live crowd ended up getting Elias. So Elias was out there. Instead of them watching Ultimate Deletion, Elias was out there. And he was playing his thing before Braun came out and beat him down. So Kane comes out. Kane gets beat down by Braun. And this is all going while Ultimate Deletion's playing for us on TV on the USA Network. So what we see, Bray Wyatt's walking up to the gate of the Hardy compound, and he's met by Vanguard 1. The hologram of Matt Hardy pops up, and he says, Bray Wyatt, follow the sound of the music. So Bray slowly walks in, follows Vanguard 1, follows the sound of the music. We see Matt in the ring in the woods. Wyatt walks up. Rebby's playing piano. And he says, Bray Wyatt, I knew you'd come. And they go to commercial.
You say that so fucking uncomfortably.
Isn't it supposed to be?
No, you say it uncomfortably.
Isn't it supposed to be? I feel uncomfortable when Matt says it. I feel uncomfortable when Matt says most things as woken Matt Hardy.
It's extremely fucking true.
So we come back from commercial, and Michael Cole goes, I'm sorry for what you guys are about to see here. And he says something about it is weird and awkward and something, and then then Graves jumps down his throat, and then it just goes back. So they're in the ring, and they're kind of like circling the ring, and then Match goes, enough! The laughter is over! And they tie up, they lock up. Vanguard 1 is hovering around Bray Wyatt and nearly landed on his head, he gives Hardy an uppercut. Hardy tried to twist of fate, but Bray pushed him off and went for Sister Abigail, but Matt escaped that into a clothesline. Bray then got out of the ring and went to got a chair. Hardy said, Vanguard, initiate! And Bray's kind of like looking around. He's like, what's initiate mean? And then fireworks go off. So, hey, everyone that says WWE doesn't like to use pyro, you got your pyro.
You got your pyro. You got your pyro.
Anyways.
You're correct.
So the burst of pyro kind of spooked Bray Wyatt for a second. Hardy grabbed the chair and hit him in the crotch and the back. They fought into the pastures, well into what they said was the dilapidated city near an old barn. He said, Bray Wyatt, does this remind you of anything? And then it flashed back to those old Bray Wyatt promos where he's inside of a barn rocking in the rocking chair.
I fucking love those fucking promos. Don't even get me started on how fucking awesome those promos were.
One thing I did like was what they did here next. So at first when they're fighting, he had pushed Matt up against, I guess it was the warehouse. And they fight up against it for a minute. And then when he said, does this remind you of anything? Bray kind of fell to his knees. And Bray starts having these flashbacks. He does the old school stuff with I don't know if you can call it old school. It's old school Bray Wyatt with him on the rocking chair. And then he starts having flashbacks of when Randy burnt the barn or the shack. And I'm like, oh, that's a good one. I liked that. I liked that.
Interesting.
Harken back to it.
I like it.
And so as he's having these flashbacks, Matt's just like, that's enough. And he smacks Bray with a kendo stick to fight for a little while before Bray finally gets the advantage. Bray says, what's behind door number 1? And he slams Matt into a big old bay door before it eventually opens itself to the warehouse we do know where Maxwell had his birthday party back in TNA. Got the ring in there. There is a piano. There's a mower of lawns. There's a chair with wheels. And so they're fighting for a little while, and Bray beats down Matt, and he was like, Matt, this is my ultimate deletion. This is my ultimate deletion. And then Matt finally gets up, and he takes down Bray. At one point, Bray tried to do a Uranagi onto the piano, but Matt fought that off. Bray gets knocked down by Matt, and Bray looks over at the wheelchair and goes, chair with wheels. Looks over at the lawnmower, mower of lawns. Chair with wheel, mower of lawns. Chair with wheels, mower of lawns. Mower of lawns. So he gets on the lawnmower, and he's slowly creeping up like he's going to frickin' mow down Bray Wyatt. So Bray does his crab walk thing, and the mower just freezes. Crab walk doesn't just scare men, it scares lawnmowers as well.
Apparently so. It scares me.
So there was one thing they did here that was different than Ultimate Deletion. Matt now has sectors of his property, and he has the Lake of Reincarnation, and now the warehouse is called what was it? Crap. I had it. The Doom of Deletion is what they called it. The Doom of Deletion. Like every time they would go to a new section of the compound, the name of that sector would come up on the bottom of the screen. Anyways, they did that. They were fighting each other off for a little while until they spilled outside of the Doom of Deletion. They started. Bray drug Matt Hardy down through the pasture over to the Lake of Reincarnation. Matt Hardy kind of started getting his bearings about him. He's like, Skarsgård, help me! Yelling at his damn boat. The two were fighting for a little while. Let's see, where am I? Wyatt attempted his sister Abigail on Skarsgård, but Vanguard 1 flew in, and Bray Wyatt was a freaking brave man here because he just grabbed the drone. And if you've ever played with the drone or used a drone, you know that those drone motors are spinning so fast that if whoever was flying the drone hiccuped a millimeter, hiccuped a quarter of a second, or if Bray grabbed incorrectly, could have lost a finger. That was a brave move there by Bray Wyatt to grab a Vanguard 1 the way he did.
Oh, God, that was intense.
So he grabbed Vanguard 1. He's like, I'll deal with you later. Wyatt turned to face Matt, who ended up appearing inside Skarsgård at this point. But when Wyatt turned the boat over, it was Senor Benjamin. Benjamin threw an inflatable globe at Wyatt and said, he's got the whole world in his hands. All of a sudden, Jeff Hardy popped up for a couple seconds, his brother Nero, and said, he's got the whole world in his hands. All of a sudden, Matt pops up, gave Matt a twist of fate. 1, 2, 3, Matt Hardy wins. So Matt Hardy gets up to his feet, and Bray Wyatt's just like, it's not over, Matt. And Matt goes, oh, yes, it is. And he pushes him in the Lake of Reincarnation. So Matt then goes, Senor Benjamin. What do you say? Senor Benjamin, retrieve the body of Bray Wyatt from the Lake of Reincarnation. So Benjamin's like, got this big old net, and he's like scooping around. And he's like, Mr. Hardy, I can't find the body. And Matt goes, that is because Bray Wyatt has been deleted. Delightful. The Great War is over. And Raw is over. I call it Ultimate Letdown because to me, Ultimate Deletion was a very big letdown.
Yeah, I think, in my opinion, I'm comparing it to the original, which was just something that we hadn't seen before. It was completely new. It was so original, and it was just something that shocked us.
Right.
And then we've got the House of Horrors, which was just like, oh
I
god,
said
that
this
was
Ultimate Deletion was no better than House of Horrors.
ex- it could have been better, but you know what? I'm okay with it. I'm glad that they got to do it. I feel like Hardy did get a lot of control throughout it. Maybe he was stifled for some of it, but he may have gotten a lot of control.
I bet you.
Again,
I
it's
bet
hard
you.
to.
I bet you WWE said you can do the fireworks if you don't shoot them at each other like him and Jeff did.
That's true, but I thought it was okay.
Because it was kind of
it
similar
happened.
when Bray went for the chair under the ring. It was kind of similar to when Jeff went for the fireworks in Ultimate or in Final Deletion. Because I was like,
Exactly.
uh-oh, are they gonna shoot fireworks at each other like an Ultimate Deletion? And then when he had Vanguard 1 turn on the fireworks at ringside, I was like, oh, okay, never mind.
But I think with that,
Yeah,
that's
that's
gonna
gonna
go
do
ahead
it.
and wrap up this edition of Monday Night Raw for March 19th, 2018. I have been Nick. You can follow me on Twitter at PWU_Armstrong. You can find us on Twitter at PWUnlimited, Facebook at Facebook.com/Pro Wrestling ULTD, and right here on the YouTubes. We also have an Instagram. Are you fucking proud of me, Tim?
There you
We
go,
have
buddy.
an Instagram, Pro Wrestling Unlimited. I do want to say we're going to be. Oh, Max, if we complain about everything, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, snap.
Sorry, I have an opinion, my guy. You know, it's kind of my job. I'm gonna be uploading a lot more sketches onto the social media pages like Twitter and Instagram. I'm gonna be uploading a ton of sketches because I've had a lot of fun doing them. If you guys didn't see my Stone Cold one, you're missing out. I'm gonna be doing a lot more of them, so stay
Too
tuned.
bad they didn't see the full version. Anyways,
Did you see the full version?
you sent me the full version when I told you to edit Anyways.
I had to reshoot
Oh, I saw
because
the... Anyways.
I deleted the entire camera.
Yeah, you call me a dumbass.
Yeah.
Anyways, you can find me on Twitter and Twitch at TimmyBuddy. And I do want to say, which I don't know why we haven't said this yet, thank you for 80,000.
Oh fuck yeah.
Thank you. We are currently at 80,968. We'll basically hit 81,000 tomorrow. And mind blown. In less than 3
Wait,
years.
how many did you say? How many did you say?
At right now, we are 80,968 is what it shows on my screen. But I haven't refreshed in an hour.
Oh, you didn't know? That is fantastic. Thank you guys so much for that. I love you guys to death. You are fantastic. I love you guys. Thank you.
Have a good night, guys. We'll see you tomorrow after SmackDown. And we're getting next 205 Live reviews now, too.
Oh, yeah. SmackDown Live and 205 Live. All the fun right here on Pro Wrestling Unlimited. See you guys.
Go watch Empowered, WWE 24 special on the WWE Network now. Good night.
See ya.